Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Noct, and this is Call of Cthulhu. So, let's investigate this place. There are people. Yes, yes. Lots of people.
Please move back. Let the police do their work.
Police.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't
Okay, I can already see that this will get torn apart.
You'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
That's no way to treat an omen.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Interesting.
What could have done so much damage?
I mean, yeah.
Can't understand. You're not
The
sailing.
bone is hanging out.
It's a sign. There's
The
something
internet.
coming.
The incarcerations.
Something
Is that the
real
word?
bad.
Lacerations? The lacerations are
Don't
quite
put
deep.
that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Fuck off.
Don't treat me like another one of these locals. You're completely overwhelmed, and you could do with reinforcements.
What are you thinking? That you can call the National Guard to an island like Darkwater? For a stranded fish? Gosh darn, Mr. Not Like Another One of these locals. Go give your valuable advice somewhere else, huh? Now, please, allow me to do my job.
No?
Can't understand. You're not sailing.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
I need information.
Don't put that beast back in the water,
You can see that I'm busy, can't
You can't understand.
Don't put that beast
Stupid
back
dick.
in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Okay. What is happening here? Who will get mugged?
Think we don't know what you're doing? Hidden in the fog? I'll shut up your big mouth once and for all.
There's nothing for you here either. Beat it.
Are you stupid or what? Even your captain
There's nothing
told
for
you
you
not to
here
stick your
either.
noses round here
Beat
again.
it.
Okay, I can't go that way, definitely.
Sad crabs.
I'm gonna go to the bar first.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. Prohibition is just
Okay,
a
that's
joke
the same.
around here. That suits me fine.
Hello?
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
It was not me who went looking for it.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Okay.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous then.
Can I just gonna sing
I've
as
got-
well?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Okay,
That'll be
Thank
all
you.
for now.
let's look around. Maybe there's someone I can talk to.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The Skylar, that's the ship I came with, I think, returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Skylar, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed onto the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of the size that went beyond one of the formidable toothed whales, the... I don't know how to pronounce that. That is already being called a miraculous catch. Covered the whole deck and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate.
And the doctor, what did he say?
Who are you?
nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
He has something carved on his hand. Something written on the other one. I don't know if it's ink or
That's it. Maybe we
knife.
should let him take it. No. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Okay.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
What if it wasn't a whale, this miraculous catch, but something else? Something more sinister. It is closed.
What you looking at, stranger?
You? You can certainly put them away. What? What does that mean?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it.
I guess she's the supplier. Would make sense.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
This could be useful.
Charles Hawkins
that's
was a
the
heavy
same.
drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
City of Darkwater. Harbor Master. Quite a sinister view. Oh, what is that place? Okay, I can go in from here. Or from here. Yeah.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Oh, toilet.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla.
Scylla.
Finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Okay, Scylla. Need to remember that. The Learning of Medicine, Volume 2. The second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff.
What a macabre souvenir.
Yeah.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. Is there a chance it's Fitzroy, somehow?
Broken. This place seems half a bit. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay, thank you.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins...
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still eligible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Why? Right now I care about the why more than about the who.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Okay.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Could be.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
So that's why it is held as a decoration.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I already read it.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Okay. Oh, I got a skill point. I'm gonna spend it. I wanna max out the hidden spots. So I believe this might be the most useful one. Oh, they managed to pull it. Bit at least.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Anyway, that was all for this episode. Thanks for watching and we'll continue from here in the next one. Bye.